Good morning everyone, it is 6:30 on a Saturday morning and me and the boy are heading up to the Lake District to do some mountain biking. Food will need to be high today because it's going to be hot. It's going to be some high effort riding, and yeah, I'm going to take you along for maybe a little bit of it, I don't know. I'm going to pick up some food on the way, some sandwiches, just telling everyone we're going riding.
Yep.
In the Lake District. See you in a bit. Fuel has been acquired. Pit stop at Greg's for a sausage and egg bap. Bit of protein, bit of fat, should fuel the ride. Yes, Mon's on a 6:45 sausage roll. Absolutely loves it. And then we've got some sandwiches and some drinks for dinner. Bash. Welcome back. We're about 2 hours into riding now and we're just taking a break at the van. It's been an hard morning. Probably burnt all them calories off at Entuck, but it is what it is. Finished our quick break now. We're going to go and do another ride and then we'll come back for dinner. Not particularly hungry if I'm completely honest, but I do need to make sure I fuel myself today. And this little shit house. Just got back from another loop. I reckon we've done probably around 10 mile-ish, hard miles as well today, proper for this mum. And at the moment we've got our cool box on with sausage rolls for William, cakes for the girls later, me, I'm having a tuna baguette and a can of Monster. Yes. Absolute French vibes right now. Just had just over half of that baguette. More fuel than anything. Not particularly hungry, so I have not ate it all. Save it for later. We're gonna have a good rest now, good drink, and then go and do another trail. See you in a bit. Full transparency. I'm having an ice cream, but would you look at that view? I've just done 15 miles. I deserve it. Oh, just back from riding, and now we're going to cold plunge. Well, lukewarm. Oh, much later in the day now, and we're back from biking. Had a fantastic day. Got back probably at 4 o'clock, and I finished off that baguette that I had for my dinner because I wasn't hungry, but I was feeling a bit weak, feeling very tired from all of that. So yeah, 15 has kicked in early this week. It doesn't normally kick in as quick as it has done. We're only having actual tea late. We're having a barbecue, so it'll just be some protein sources for me today. But feeling great. Body's feeling surprisingly good as well after that ride. For those of you who don't know, I do ride an e-bike. Today I rode it in mainly one of the lowest settings. I just turned it up near the end for the final run that we did. But if you'd like to watch that video and see what happened, because I'm not showing any of that here, keep an eye out later in the week or next week. But yeah, other than that, just going to go and relax now and get some tea in a bit. Oh my god, I came outside for a lie down and that butty I ate, finished eating about an hour and a half ago. An overwhelming feeling of fullness has come over me, and I've got to make tea in an hour for the wife. Won't go down too well if I tell her I'm not hungry.
Later.
Good morning. It's hot, and to be quite honest, I am absolutely goosed from yesterday, but I'm going to have a brew now. Oh, and then find some food. I did have some tea last night. I had 2 patties on 1 bun, just a burger. I don't think food yesterday was too bad considering the exercise, and a little bit dehydrated this morning. I could feel it. So I'm going to get some food in a minute. And yes, it's nearly 11 o'clock, I'm still in bed. Breakfast, lunch today. Scrambled egg, 2 sourdough, and a touch of sauce. We're up, we're ready. Gonna make some good food choices for the rest of the weekend. Gonna nip out for a coffee though right now, I believe. Feeling good. I tell you what I have noticed, 15mg, it doesn't feel like anything. There's just, I don't know, it's just nothing. When I say nothing, I mean I don't feel suppressed. I don't feel like I'm getting overly full, but I am in both respects. It's a weird one. It's different to the other doses. If you've been on 15, let me know what you think. Just finished up editing some of my biking videos from the weekend. Please go and watch them if you don't already. And to be honest, I've started getting a little peckish. I've just had my tea. But a recap so far: scrambled egg, sourdough this morning. Went out then for a coffee, had a frappe. I wasn't thinking when I ordered it, because there are calories in that, quite a few. Only realised when I sat down, but it is what it is. Then this afternoon I had some lentil crisps, 65 calories for the bag. And then just had a sausage sandwich with a portion of beans for tea. But I'm not hungry. What I really forgot is my hydration. So I've got some electrolytes there in the Yeti. Why I post some of this stuff to the internet. Oh, good morning. Welcome to Monday. It is 7 o'clock. Just gone 7 o'clock. Just got into work. Woke up feeling good. Weight looking good this morning, considering we had the weekend. Thoughts going into this week is, if the weather isn't too bad, I will be riding again. Last week though, with all the riding I did quite a few miles in the week last week that you didn't see, and I was hungry afterwards, so I need to start thinking about fueling myself prior to going on these rides, so I don't get home and go on a 9 o'clock binge, which then affects my weight the next morning for my weigh-in, because I don't like that. So I just need to be mindful of fueling myself. That's that. Feeling alright otherwise. Got some spag bol for dinner, having a brew now, got some water, got some Lucozade. Let's see what happens this week. I'm back from work. I'm tired. I'm always tired on a Monday. Shattered. So I'm having a minute. I had a decent sized lunch today with the spaghetti bowl that I took. But I got a really overwhelming feeling of fullness when I was eating it. Probably did eat a little bit more than I have been having for my dinners, and got quite nauseous as well. It wasn't terrible, and it just did subside. That's a tongue twister. Quite quickly. Did subside quite quickly, but yeah, a bit of nausea. I've got home and I'm hungry-ish early. I think it's the after effects of the weekend, to be honest, and what we did on Saturday, if I'm being completely honest. So I'm going to hold out for my tea for a while, just so I don't feel like snacking later. So I think that's a good plan. But yeah, managed to keep off any snacks today, which is one of the biggest downfalls for me. And we'll see how it goes after tea. Out for a Monday night coffee. Had tea. Going to upload some YouTube videos. I don't know if you can hear me because it's raining dead loud. Cooking up tea for the rest of the week. No, not tea, dinner. Few potatoes, a couple of kebabs, chicken wings, and I'll have a mixture of that with rice. So for dinners this week, we have black garlic chicken wings, a mix of chili potatoes, there's some kebab down there. But tomorrow's is a little bit kebab, 2 chili potatoes, portion of rice with some masala sauce left over from tea tonight, which was homemade, all by myself, lovely. Welcome to Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. Don't know where I left off last night, to be honest. I think I went out for a coffee. Feeling alright today. Made a conscious decision to eat a bit more at dinners today. I think I've been underselling myself a little bit, which is making me a little more snacky at night, especially because I've Well, yeah, especially because I hadn't really factored in the fact that I'm doing a lot more exercise than I was doing previously, especially recently. So I think I've been under my calories because I've not been really tributing for that, if that is the right word. I don't know. So yeah, I've had a normal small meal that I made that I showed you last night, but then I went and got like an oat yogurt pot thing, had a couple 100 calories to my total. Hopefully that'll keep me a bit more satisfied as I'm going into the night. I'll tell you what I've noticed in the past few days as well, and it'd be interesting to hear if anybody else gets this, and it's more so at night when I've had my tea, but I'll eat my tea and then I will go absolutely boiling, red hot, top off, down on couch. I've got to have like 10 minutes. Yeah, it's only really happening at tea time, so I don't know if it's because I typically have a bigger meal for tea time, so maybe it's the more feeling of fullness, it's just like, I don't know, overreacting somehow. But yeah, been getting super hot. So has anybody else experienced this? And if you have, let me know, and I will catch you again. It was literally more or less a year ago today that I decided I was going to try MOUNJARO, and I just want to show you something. This top that I'm wearing, see that? Too big. Way too big. Well, watch this next clip. It was bad. Yeah, that was proper uncomfortable. I didn't realise how bad it was until I just watched that. Ooh. Tonight's dinner. Well, I was a little bit hungry, so I just had a packet of lentil chips at 7. I am hungry this week. Hopefully that goes away. Another thing, I ordered from Med Express yesterday, and I've seen a few people say things about, delivery being delayed and stuff like that. Well, it turned up at dinner time today. That was less than 24 hours, I think, for it to turn up. What I did find funny though is after I ordered it, I was told that I needed to upload my ID and a picture just so they can check my BMI. I didn't do that. And then I got a notification that it was being processed, and then it turned up this morning. I haven't got around to uploading any of that stuff yet. Interesting. Good morning. Welcome to a 6:30 Wednesday morning, and I think this will be the last update before my weigh-in this week. Woke up this morning still feeling slightly peckish, if I'm honest, which is slightly concerning because I definitely upped my calories yesterday. Weight's looking okay this morning. Might be a struggle to get back to the lowest weigh-in by tomorrow, but we'll see how that goes. But something I have been thinking about, something that changed this week, is injection site. Now, previously, I've been a stomach and leg injector, and both have worked perfectly fine. The only thing that I've changed this week is I have injected to my legs, which are far skinnier now than they ever have been, and not my stomach. So I wonder if that is actually, like all the conspiracy theorists, have an effect on how I'm feeling on 15mg. Well, we shall find out next week, because I'm going to be injecting my stomach this week with the golden dose. So stay tuned to find out. Morning everybody, it is weigh-in day, and it's gone how it's gone. I have lost a tiny bit of weight this week, not much, negligible. Still sitting above my low weigh-in. It is what it is, and at the end of the day I am just one really good poo away from hitting a low weight. I did think I'd get it this week. I've had a reasonable week, nothing horrific, and we had a bit of a high output weekend in terms of bike riding, but it wasn't to be, and that's fine. But it does make me worry for hitting my my goal of £200 for holiday, which is just over 2 weeks away. That gives me currently £5.2 to lose, and it does seem that even though I'm seemingly starving myself, I'm not losing weight, and the finest of changes can tip me over the scale at the moment. I don't know if it'll happen, but it's fine. See what happens. If it doesn't happen, it just wasn't destined to happen just yet, and it is what it is, really. I am happy though that I am sitting consistently at the 205s in the morning, which is good news. Sitting at a consistently lower weight will hopefully then redeem me weight loss over time. So it's typically been happening for me, just churning away. And yeah, not a bad week overall. So 15 has felt a little weak this week, but then I did remember I did actually take the shot a day late because I was feeling good last week, or good enough last week. I took it a day late. Took it in my leg this time instead of stomach. Both of those things could have played a factor in how it felt this week, but I didn't. Yeah, it is what it is. I'll see you next week. Let's see what happens. Bye.